Hi, my name's Erin. I'm a graduate student at the University of Missouri-Columbia. I'm currently a registered nurse, and I'm studying to be a family nurse practitioner. Today, we're going to talk about stress, resilience, and coping skills. My hope is that there is something that you can take from this video to make your life a little bit easier. So, stress. What is it? It's a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. Stress is not just in your head. Stress is a mental, emotional, and physical experience. It makes our heart rates and blood pressure go up. It releases hormones in our bodies that can cause inflammation. It can cause headaches, extreme tiredness, muscle tension, and even changes in our sex drive. According to the American Psychological Association, stress felt for long periods of time can increase our risk for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart attacks, and strokes. Everyone experiences stress, but they don't all experience the same stressors or respond to them in the same way. There are different kinds of stressors. Some stressors are very common and considered daily stressors, like relationships or work and school. Some stressors are big, like legal and criminal matters, health problems, housing problems, or financial troubles. Some stressors are so big that they can turn our world completely upside down. They're considered traumatic stressors. Witnessing or being a victim of a crime or assault, natural or human-made disasters, death or severe accidents, or military experiences. So, if stress is a part of our life, everyone's life, how do we handle it? The way that we handle stress is through coping skills. Some of these skills are healthy, some are not. Some examples of unhealthy coping skills are drug use, smoking, overeating, or uncontrollable emotional outbursts, like either being angry or violent toward ourselves or hurting someone else. These things may make us feel better for a short time, but will ultimately lead to more stress and more problems in our lives. Using drugs, for example, is hard on our bodies. It's expensive, and it can lead to us losing things that are valuable to us, like our families, homes, jobs, and possibly even our freedom. Healthy coping skills, however, can help us deal with our problems in a way that helps encourage us to bounce back from them, to learn from them, and to get better. I'm going to talk about some examples of healthy coping skills that you can try the next time you're stressed, which, let's be real, might be later today. One is to imagine what your mentor would say. Who do you admire? What do you imagine they would say to encourage you? For example, if you think that Oprah is amazing and incredibly smart, imagine that she's interviewing you for her show or one of her magazines. What would she say to you if you were talking to her about your problems? We can redirect unhelpful thoughts. Notice if you have a lot of self-critical or otherwise discouraging thoughts. Push these thoughts away and say something more positive or just neutral. If you keep telling yourself that you are a bad parent, try saying, stop. I am doing the best I can. I am a good parent. Or even just, parenting is hard, because it is. List your achievements. What have you done that was challenging for you? What have you put effort into? What have people said you do well? Maybe you are really good at telling jokes. Maybe you got a lot of things on your to-do list accomplished today. Maybe you got out of bed. Whatever it is, give yourself credit for it. Another thing you can do is try breathing. This is very common, and I know we hear this a lot, but it really is helpful when we do it properly. Take deep breaths way down deep in your stomach. Breathe in, and then when you breathe out, very slowly release your breath. You can also try something called 4-square breathing, where when you breathe in, you count to 4 in your head. Then you hold your breath for 4 seconds. Then you breathe out while you're counting to 4 in your head. And then you hold your breath out for the count of 4. If you're a spiritual person, you can try prayer. Whatever prayers, rituals, or spiritually inspiring readings, music, or activities get you in touch with something bigger than yourself can allow you to reframe your problems. These tips, along with others that are attached to the email that contain this link, may be helpful. Look them over. See if any of them seem promising. On the last page is a place where you can jot down your experiments with these skills. How did you feel before? Were you overwhelmed or angry, sad? What skill did you use? How did you feel after? Do you think it would be helpful to try it another time, or maybe would you try a different one? Lastly, I want to talk about resilience. What is resilience? It's a big word, that's for sure. Really, all it is the ability to experience hard things and bounce back from them. It does not mean that we aren't affected by stress or hard things. Unfortunately, that's not possible. But being resilient means that when we do have hard times, we can learn and grow from them. They don't have to completely derail our lives. Resilience lets us take back the power over our lives from stressful events. According to the American Psychological Association, we can increase our resilience by focusing on 4 core components: connection, wellness, healthy thinking, and meaning. They recommend building your support group. Find people you can relate to who can support you and who you can support. Avoid isolating yourself. Remember to take safety precautions with this while the pandemic continues, however. Take care of yourself physically and emotionally. Avoid things that don't serve you, like poor coping skills and toxic relationships. Find meaning by helping others, setting goals for your life and working toward them. Give yourself something to look forward to. Practice healthy thinking by working on developing perspective. Try to look at your past struggles and think about what you might be able to learn from them. Up until now, you have survived every difficult thing that has come your way, and you can learn a lot from that. Lastly, get help. Don't be afraid to reach out. You have everything inside of you that you need to overcome hard things, but sometimes we need help uncovering it. So what do we do when things don't seem manageable? Reach out. Call a friend. Call your caseworker, your social worker. They can get you in touch with really great resources. You can see a counselor. A lot of counselors take state insurance, and a lot of them have sliding scales that determine their price based on your income. You can also call a hotline. There are a lot of hotlines out there that can help when things are hard. Most of them are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and are free and confidential. The suicide hotline number is 1-800-273-8255. If you can't talk or you don't want to talk, but you can text, try texting the word REASON to 741-741. The National Domestic Violence Hotline is 1-800-799-7233. The National Sexual Assault Hotline is 1-800-653-4673. There is also a great website, NAMI.org, N-A-M-I, that is run by the National Alliance on Mental Illness. It has a ton of resources for depression, anxiety, eating disorders, and a lot of other mental health issues. Regardless of how you reach out, please don't suffer in silence. I hope that you're able to find something helpful in this video. Please find the brief survey that was in the email that contained this link, fill it out, and return it. This would help me greatly. I hope you have a great day, and please take care of yourself.